Hey everybody, welcome back. Mike from MyTekki here. We're now in part 2 of the SQL Basics 2. We've covered in the past what is SQL syntax, if it's a programming language or a data manipulation language, and what is ANSI and ISO compliances. We've covered the use command, select command, from command, where command, and or. And now we're on aliases. And we're going to discuss what are aliases and why do we use them. So to go further, we're going to go back to our SQL, and I'm going to re-log in here. And you're going to note that we have several different things that we've covered in the past. We had the and or conditions, and we had ordered by sales LT product color. Now, this is great and dandy. However, what if we want to shorten things up a little bit? For example, we don't want to type in sales LT product every single time. We can just simply type in sales product. Right after the table definition, we can come right into here and say sales product. Okay? And we can actually replace anytime that we see sales LT.product with SP now. So when we start writing things, it's a lot quicker and easier to write just SP rather than the whole sales LT product. We just define our own alias and we call it SP. So that's a lot faster and a lot more neater than just writing that entire table out every single time. So we should be able to execute this, and we should be able to get the same exact results, which we do. Now, the people start getting confused on aliases, what they are and how they're useful. And here's one use for them right away. Now, we discussed how you could do select all from, I'm even getting the bad habit there, from sales LT product. Now, we could do this. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing what we're doing here. We can hit execute and everything works fine. But what if we wanted to define? Now this is where a lot of people, if you get in the habit of defining aliases no matter what you do, I'm saying select everything from the SP table. So select all fields from the SP table, and the reason why I know it's the SP table is because after the from I define the alias. Now notice you can utilize the alias anywhere throughout your SQL, okay, within that statement, even before you put in the actual alias itself and define it. And the reason why is because when SQL reads a query, it doesn't just read from top to bottom like you would normally think. It actually captures the entire query, defines its aliases, then uses the query and runs it throughout its syntax. So with that being said, if you get in the habit of writing an alias every single time you do a query, no matter what you do, you're going to have a lot better time writing queries in the future when you start writing more complex and extensive queries, such as an update on an inner join. Now, you might not understand what inner join is or what it is, but let's say, for example, you have two tables, you have a relationship between two tables. For example, we have the category ID, which most likely this ID, because it has the word ID at the end, relates to the product category table, and we can go inner join saying every time I have a product category ID of 18, okay, I want to inner join with the product category table, and I want to go ahead and pull the join to the same level. Now, with that being said, you would have to, if you want to update based on that inner join, you have to write an alias. You can't write two different table names. It won't accept it. You must use aliases when doing an update on an inner join. Now, you don't have to write an alias when you write a regular update statement on one direct table, but anytime that you do any joining or unions, you must use an alias because they don't know based off a join, because it has multiple different fields, what is what. and you're going to define it by doing an alias. So that is basically the simplisticness of aliases. It's very, very useful when you're writing, and you can use it for anything. So, for example, let's use an inner join. I know we're going to be doing, I won't be covering inner joins too much in this series here, but let's do an inner join on that product category table. Okay, so I'm going to say select SP all fields, okay, as well as product category in all fields. Okay, from my inner join, or from the product or sales LT product table, which is SP, I'm going to inner join the sales LT dot product category table, and I'm going to call that product category. I'm going to inner join on the fields of, now look how easy this is, SP dot product category ID. I want to make sure that field is equivalent to my product category ID. If I run this, it executes fine. And notice how it gives me every single one of the fields from the product table. If we scroll over, you'll start seeing the stuff that is not even part of the category table, such as this right here, mountain bikes. Now this is telling you it's combining the two tables into one row, and the reason why it does that is because it's an inner join, and when you join, it's going to be on the same exact row rather than a union when it's separate rows. So taking this out, notice how we can see right away, hey, what's the product category 18 mean? If we scroll to the right, oops, I'm going to say select all fields from both tables. Oops. I have to actually specify it the way I did. SP dot, and I have to specify PC dot. So if we scroll over, we see product category 18 is, oops. Oh, that's why, because my result set's actually down here. I can't just do this. Let me highlight this time. Alright, so notice I have product category 18, and I didn't select all the rest of the fields from the product category. I just simply selected the sales products. If I scroll to the right, notice how I can see the row GUI ID, everything where it's equivalent. So if I didn't have a product category 18 in my product category table, okay, I wouldn't see all this. I would see nothing. For example, let's put an ID in there. Let's put a where condition now. We'll say where the sales product category ID is equal to some arbitrary number of like 3,965,815. I'm going to get nothing back, because this number, even if it was in this table, which it's probably not, but even if it's in the product table, if that number is not in the product category ID table, I will receive nothing. And what do you know? I receive nothing. Okay? Now if I say give it to me where it's 18, we know that the sales product table has that, and we know that the product category D table most likely has it. But we can affirm or confirm that by just making a where condition and inner joining the two objects. And there you go. So, with this being said, let's say I wanted to see the product category type, I believe it is. Let's see here. Columns. I want to see the name of the category. Okay? So I'm going to say, okay, give me the sales product, give me all the fields, but at the end of that, give me the product category name. So I can see, hey, what's the name of the category that these objects are in? And we can highlight this and hit execute. And notice if I scroll to the very end of this table, bam, it's called road frames. So look how easy that is. I can go in and I can say, okay, bam, I can want this, this, and this, and I can just start specifying what I want, and then I can use aliases so I don't have to start typing out long table names, and I can grab things from two different tables. You can see now how important aliases are, because when you start dealing with multiple inner joins, you're going to need aliases all over the place, and it helps you define them. I hope this was very helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Click the like button and definitely subscribe to the channel as more videos will come. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.